Hello, hello, Taurus. This is Miss Joan of Miss Jones Tarot on the Hill. And let's go ahead and start programming the cards for September, for the overview of September. We'll get them all pre-programmed. The Rider-Waite deck will be, of course, the added information that we'll add when we expand on the first week, which is August 29th through September 4th. But the way I like to program them is to think about all the people in my life and the ones that represent a wide swath of each zodiacal sign. Woo! That's a big word. So I have nice people in my mind right now. Just give a little love from up the top. Now we're going to cut the cards 3 ways. And restack. Perfect. And ready to go. Let's go ahead and pre-program this deck as well. And that'll be for August 29th through September 4th. Okay, so now we're going to, yep, that's the one. Now they're ready to go. Perfect. So I'm going to lay out the cards. One for each week. There will be 5 weeks this month. The first row, of course, represents where we are. Second will be what's blocking us, and the third row is our solution. So once again, this is the overview for September. I don't read cards in reverse. They will all face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. The information will come through as needed, and we'll expand upon it perfectly so that everything is just right. This, of course, is the Morgan Greer deck. Let's just see what's going on in the first week of September. August 29th through September 4th for Taurus. So the first thing that's happening is you're going to be taking your power back, okay? So there's going to be some opportunity for you to assert yourself and get things back on track. The good news is you'll be winning financially by the end of the week. There may be something going on where what's blocking you is that you have to do some movement. There's a chance that let me restate that. There's the feeling I'm getting right now is that you're kind of comfortable where you are, and you're not necessarily ready or interested in a move, a physical move of some sort, but there's a physical move put on the table, and the physical move will put you in a position to make more money and have a nice, happy family life situation. So that's very interesting that this is coming up. It isn't something you're interested in doing, but it may be the answer to the problem. So, keeping that in mind, we'll go deeper on this in a minute, okay? But this here is talking about September 5th through the 11th. And we're talking about some new information coming to you about how things are going, and some new ideas are coming to you, which is good, because we're talking about your foundation and in mental, emotional, as well as your intellectual base is coming into play. And it might be an issue where this isn't going to be working as well if you don't do this. So there's an additional class you need to fortify your base, and if you don't, you won't be able to do what you want to do. In fact, you'll be walking away from other things that you care about, or that's your solution. Okay, so the answer is you have this going on, a class option, but walking away might be the answer. We will expand on this and get more information, but certainly walking away is an option. It will not be fun for you to walk away, though, so let's keep that in mind. This card here is talking about September 12th through the 18th for Taurus. And yes, there will be a lot of options on the table, a lot of them. Lots of things are being presented to you. It's important for you not to forget where you came from, how you got here, and what's going on, so that you don't get caught up or have to repeat old behaviors or old situations, because we don't want you to end up sabotaging yourself, okay? But while we're looking back and remembering how we got here, and all these options are presenting themselves, you don't want to get hung up on one thing or another. There will be a challenge presented, and you can either jump into it excitedly or not. My recommendation at this time is to wait until we expand on it and see how it goes. But the real deal is a lot of options. Don't hold yourself back, but remember, so you don't get to do it again. Okay? Cool. September 19th through the 25th, we are fortifying our heart's foundation. So you're solidifying your heart, and that's wonderful news, because when you feel solid in your heart base, you feel comfortable, you're feeling grounded, you're feeling loved, and that's nice. This card here is talking about what's blocking you this week, and while you're feeling grounded, there's a feeling of not enough that's coming up for you. You need to just reprogram that and send it on its way, because the more you embrace there's not enough, the more that comes to be true. Okay? So the solution here is to embrace what's happening now, as far as things that you care about, and releasing the past. Okay? You're kind of obsessing on the past situations and what was in the past, and when you can let go of the past, you can embrace what's happening now and appreciate the possibilities of what's happening now. Okay? That's the Five of Cups. So we'll go deeper on this week, but let's keep it in mind that way for now. Now the final week, September 26th through October 2nd, this is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is talking about you're fighting for your worth and your value. That is a foregone conclusion, but at the same time, I also see that there's fighting for your ideas could be blocking you from your worth and value. Interesting, right? So, trying to get your own way is not going to get you the financial benefit that you want. So, if you cannot get your own way, you can get your own financial benefit taken care of. I feel like this is a one or the other kind of thing. If you want to have your ideas, you'll make less money, but you might have all your people around you. Meanwhile, if you approach it from a different angle, you'll have more money for yourself, and maybe some other folksies working with you that you weren't expecting. This card here is talking about the King of Cups, and it's telling me that one of the solutions will end up being having an emotionally based male energy person in support of your situation. So you will end up with something good going on anyway, and proper support. Don't be alarmed, it's all going to work out. So that's the overview for September. I'm going to go ahead and set all of these aside so we can go in deep on the first week, okay? Let's do that. And you all watched me program these cards, just so you know. They've already been shuffled and cut, so they are ready to go. Did not want to have to do it in the middle, but here we go. August 29th through September 4th, we're going deeper for Taurus. Getting more information. More Chariot. So yes, let's look at this. This is more about where we are, what's blocking us, and our solution. So this is really speaking to the fact of you taking your power back, and it being the hard work of it being over. Okay, so there's really a potential for you to have some sort of personal celebration, is what it feels like, because there's been a lot of work you've been doing, getting things going in the right direction, and there's going to be some movement. There's a chance you'll be moving in, changing your house. So don't be alarmed. Changing your house isn't always bad, and especially if it turns out better for your finances. So this is good. This is okay. Funny how this is part of where you are. It's also part of what's blocking you, because things get busy and you may or may not have time to move, but you got to do it anyway, right? So there's movement in the air, fighting for your ideas and rallying the troops to get things done so you can actually save some money. And that's interesting. So the move will help you save money, and you'll have to get people involved to help you do it, but it's going to be a struggle, but it looks like a positive struggle blocking you from doing whatever else you're doing. So a positive struggle. Ta-da! Whatever. It's all good. Don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Tauruses. This is going to be okay. This is, of course, the solution, which is to realize you're going to have this is definitely going to fix your finances. Everything is going to come around to be in good stead, so not to worry. And this here is talking about how, once again, fighting for your ideas. You are on point. Your ideas are good. So standing up for them is a good idea, and that is a wonderful thing that will be needing to happen that week. Also, of course, realizing that you're going to take your ideas and share them, right? Most people aren't going to be able to read your mind, and this is the don't try and let them read your mind card, because what you really need to do is just share your ideas with them, and you can get whatever you want. So get creative, get interesting. Fighting for your ideas is as much about sharing them as anything else. So until you share them, nobody knows what you're talking about, okay? So, excellent. This is what's going on for Taurus for the first week of September, August 29th through September 4th. If this resonates, great. Hit the like button, and if it doesn't, that's okay. If you want to have a reading, go ahead and go to my website. I have a few openings left. Thank you.